What's up, YouTube? I'm Jay, and today I'm going to give you 5 tips that'll help you survive college as an engineering major. The whole reason I'm making this video is because I've always been getting questions from friends, family, and strangers that I met in college about how hard engineering is, whether or not I'm ever getting enough sleep, do I have a social life, can I do their math homework, and I'll admit that engineering was definitely one of the most challenging things that I've done in my life. And that's the whole reason why I'm going to share just a few of the things that I did to get through my 4 years of college. What I'm about to share with you is going to help you from the moment you begin college as a freshman all the way through until you graduate as a senior. Tip number 1, get to know your professors. Now, this is extremely important throughout college because when you first start out, you'll be in classes of up to 300 people, and your professors will have no idea who you are. But when they do know you, it'll make asking them for help when you're struggling in the course much easier. And this is especially helpful in the long run, because if you have plans to go to graduate school, you can ask that professor for a personal letter of recommendation, or if you plan on looking for a job, you can not only list that professor as a reference, but they also have plenty of connections out in the field. And a professor that knows you personally would be more than happy to help you reach out to a company and help you land your first job outside of college. Now, if you're wondering what a good way to get to know your professors is, one of the best ways, in my opinion, is to go to their office hours either once or twice a week and just ask them about their research or any questions that you have in the course. And this will show your interest in them and in the class and help you stand out from the rest of the group. Tip number 2, network in your major. Make friends with other engineers. Now, this one is pretty straightforward, but it's often overlooked, and there's some key points to it that are essential to your success as an engineering major. Let's say, for example, you're doing your homework, and there's a problem that you're struggling with a lot, and you don't have your professor or a TA to ask right now because you're at home or something. Well, the next best person you can ask are any of your friends that you make in engineering, because odds are at least one of them will know something that you don't, but also you'll know something that someone else doesn't know. And this gives you the opportunity to learn from someone else and also teach someone else. Remember, one of the best ways to learn is to teach, and if you all teach each other, you all learn. Number 3. This one may sound kind of weird, but bear with me. Oftentimes in engineering, you'll have super early morning classes, and they'll feel like a drag, and you will feel brain dead the entire time. I know I did. But then I realized it wasn't because the class was early, or that I wasn't getting enough sleep. It's because I only took about 10 minutes every morning to rush out of bed and sprint to class to get there on time. And the entire time, I couldn't focus because I was always just thinking about food and eating right after class. So because of that, I made it a point to wake up an extra 30 minutes earlier every day and make sure that I ate breakfast. And immediately I started to notice that it was a lot easier to concentrate in class and really understand what my professor was talking about at 8 in the morning. So if you take anything from this video, I strongly encourage you to take this and make it a point to eat breakfast, even if it's something as simple as a piece of fruit. I guarantee it'll make the start of your day 10 times better. Number 4. Not only does asking questions help your professor know that you're paying attention, it also helps keep you engaged and focused throughout the entire lecture. And a lot of the times you'll find yourself being confused, and there's a good chance that someone else in your class is also struggling with this topic. So if you go ahead and ask a question, it'll be beneficial to both of you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what if I don't have a question? Well, here's 3 that you can almost always ask in class. 1. How does this concept apply in a real-world setting? 2. Can you please repeat what you just said? And 3. Could we possibly go over an example using this concept? Now, there's nothing special about these questions, but all 3 of them will help spark conversation with the professor and give you a chance to improve your learning of the material. So please, don't be afraid to ask questions. Your professors love them. My final point in this video, tip number 5, is time management. Now, I cannot stress this point enough. As a matter of fact, I could make an entire video on time management alone. See, in high school, you can put off homework and studying till the very last minute and still be fine. But in college, procrastination is your demise. When you first start out, you might feel like you don't have any work to do, since a lot of your classes will only assign homework once a week. But here's the catch. Most of these assignments can take several hours to do, and if you wait till the last night to do all of them, you'll almost always end up pulling an all-nighter. So one thing I did to prevent this was I broke down my schedule, and I looked at all the blocks of free time I had between classes, and I would do one part of a homework assignment in each of those blocks. So let's say, for example, I had an assignment due on Friday. I would do one problem between my 8 a.m. class and my 10 a.m. class on Monday, and then I would do the next problem between my 10 a.m. class and my 11 a.m. class. And by continuing this between all of my classes, I was able to finish almost the entire assignment before I even got back to my room for the end of the day. And by doing this, I was able to minimize the amount of effort and stress that each assignment would cause me. And again, that's just one example. Like I said, I could make an entire video on time management in college. Quick bonus tip. Celebrate your small achievements. College is short, and you should have fun while you still can. So that's it. These are my 5 tips on how I survived college as an engineering major. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment down below if you'd like to see more content like this. And I will see you guys next time.